So we're going to try and lighten some of that weight, as well as strengthen this really beautiful shining energy coming out of the crown. Using the ribbon to create artificial lines. Just scraping away some of this negative energy and putting it in the bottle. To your heart. Dark jade. To just trace some of these points behind the ear to encourage good sleep. Hi Liz.
Hi.
Welcome to your energy manipulation session. I'll be working on you today for the first time, although I know you've had energy work done before. So I am just going to jump right into it because I already feel your energy. Feel free to close your eyes, feel free to drift off, but just try to check in every once in a while to where you're at, what you're feeling, and what sensations are occurring in your body. So right now I'm using some gentle light touch, just sort of working my fingers through the neck and the hair. I'm going to be doing an energetic scalp check today because I already can feel you have a lot of energy coming through these top chakras, especially the crown chakra. So when we have energy kind of just spiraling through the crown, tends to lean towards someone who is a little bit more open to that enlightenment, to new experiences, to connection. Not necessarily, faith in the traditional sense of like organized religion, but faith in the universe, trust in Mother Nature, kind of giving yourself a chance to be part of the world and really able to feel that connection with those that have come before you and those that will come after you. Focusing my intentions down a little further now across the chest towards the heart chakras and the energy points at the tips of the shoulders. And there's a lot of weight. So there's the expression to carry the weight of the world on your shoulders. And that's definitely a little bit of what I'm sensing here, where you take a lot of responsibility for things. You feel that you should be the one who takes care of whatever it is. And if things feel out of your control, that's very hard for you.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to try and lighten some of that weight, as well as strengthen this really beautiful shining energy coming out of the crown. Checking the third eye. And the third eye is a little itty bit blocked. I'd say 20-30%. So not a full blockage where you're having like the inability to be creative or to process new ideas or information, but enough where it just takes more brain power than it should. It doesn't come as naturally as it should. Okay. I'll start out doing the energetic scalp check. I'm first going to wrap a ribbon around you a few times.
Out of curiosity, why do they call it an energetic scalp check?
So that's a great question. As opposed to, I'm not really looking at the skin itself. I'm not looking to see if you have any marks or bumps. I'm looking to check the meridian lines and the energy flow that run along those lines. Mm-hmm. So as I go through, again, not really looking at what I can see, but rather what I can feel. The meridian lines that run through the scalp and down into the back body kind of run along this energy force of third eye to crown chakra. They are really, really powerful flow lines, essentially, because they hold all our creativity, all of our thought, and a lot of our stress and negativity as well. So just gently using the ribbon to create artificial lines along those meridians, stimulating them and relaxing the energy, letting it become open, letting it become vulnerable, which sounds a little counterintuitive, but you're in a safe space here, so we'll let it become more vulnerable so that we can do the work we need to do. This is kind of a new technique I've been playing around with. Not everything works 100%. I just sort of feel what might bring peace to the body and the mind, and we go from there. One thing I really, really, really hold myself accountable for is always seeking new awareness and new experiences to stimulate the body and the mind and bring them closer together. It's all about joining, balance, the yin and the yang. So we've just done a very soft and gentle stimulus to the energy lines, the meridians. And now we're going to introduce a bit of a cooler, harder one, and I'll show you on your hand how that's going to feel. Okay. And I'll start the energetic scalp check. So this spot right behind the ear, this meridian, this is really, really powerful in sleep stimulation, and you're definitely not getting solid sleep.
Yeah.
Are you having bad dreams as well?
I do.
Okay.
Fairly regularly.
Mm-hmm. So there is a bit of negative energy stuck along this line, which which is going to lead to those negative dreams or bad dreams. And so much of your sleep does come up this one meridian line. There's a slight aura change, color change right here. So that is reading a blockage in the wind element. Do you ever feel like when you get kind of, mentally upset that your stomach bothers you too?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. So that's something we can work on. So working my way up now, we're getting towards that crown chakra, and it is really vibrant. Very strong familial ties, ancestral ties. Strong connection to other people's energies. So as we move to the right side of the body and the mind, rather, you've got lunar and solar sides. So on the scalp, the right side is our lunar side. So our more emotional side, our more maternal side, you're very maternal. You've got a lot of motherly instinct. Not just even when it comes to your own children, but you're someone who, if you saw something on the street and you felt like it wasn't right, you would intervene. And you have a really hard time letting these types of things go. They really bother you when you're unable to help. You really don't like that. So we'll just add a bit of strength to that. The biggest issue I see with the scalp check that we just did was the sleep blockage and the wind blockage, wind element blockage in the digestive system. So I'm going to put together a little concoction. Combining a few different elements that I think will be beneficial to you. Just inserting my energy to it. Taking a single leaf. Create a slight maceration of the plant and the elements. And just applying it to those special spots. A little bit of sweeping. So tip your head forward for me. Taking a bunch of that negative energy that we just stimulated and trying to remove it. I've got a cord. So you'll hear the sound of the scissors, but nothing's touching you. I'm working solely with the energy on the outside. Is that okay? Mm-hmm. scraping away some of this negative energy and putting it in the bottle. We stirred it all up, so now it's just sort of floating around. I'm trying to grab it wherever I can. It's stuck right there. There we go. Close that tight. We're gonna burn it away later. Okay, pulling this out. Let's grab the shell. One of my absolute favorite tools.
The shell is nice.
It's just so calming, and it's got that Fibonacci spiral to it, which just makes a really beautiful path for the energy to be moved but continuous. I'm going to first gather the energy, the positive energy, and give it some direction, and then we'll give it back to you. Symbolically, shell is very beautiful. Not only was it once a home, a place of safety for one of the creatures of Earth, but they are also transformative. This shell here will one day, hopefully, return to its original place of the ocean. And it will grind up into billions and trillions of pieces, becoming the sand that we squish between our toes, that we build our sand castles with. Each grain of sand being as unique as the shell it came from. Running the shell up the arms, creating that slight tingly sensation. In addition to relaxing the mind, it's vital to relax the body. I'm going to hold the shell over the ear with all the energy we just gathered. The same thing on the other side. And then placing the shell face down to hold in all that goodness. I'm going to introduce a little bit of a tuning fork experience for you here. I think the vibrations will be really beneficial. And I am just going to move from I think we'll do an uplifting, not a grounding. So we'll move from the root chakra all the way up to the high heart, just striking them 1 or 2 times each, holding them per side. You'll hear a sound and it should send kind of a tingle to a certain part of the body. So I'll tell you where it's supposed to be felt. But obviously we're all different and you may feel it, you may not. But this one is designed to stimulate the root chakra. Our root chakra helps to ground us, helps to keep us connected, our feet literally on the ground. Next, the sacral chakra. And this helps to massage our deep inner energy. The place right below the navel. A form of centering. And now the solar plexus chakra, the bright middle point where we receive so much feedback between the two earth and heavens. This will also help with that feeling of a pit in your stomach or that nerves sensation of discomfort in the nerves. It's a really deep, calming vibration. Next, the heart chakra, and your heart is very pure and radiant, but it's also a little heavy with the responsibility of the love that you feel so determined to give. We just want to lift up a little bit of that anxious love and keep it beneficial to you, to your heart. The throat chakra. This one you don't need too much of because the throat chakra is very open. You're able to speak your mind and stand up for yourself. You have strength in the throat chakra for sure. Definitely an earned and learned openness to that chakra. A little bit intuitive though, we definitely were born with that ability. Moving now to the third eye chakra, so this one here. A form of initial enlightenment. Starting this one on the right side, which is our intuitive side. Working our way now to the crown. The crown can be a fairly intense feeling of vibration and numbness, tingling, because it is such a powerful point. Hold it right on the third eye. And lastly, the high heart. Our ultimate connection to the energetic world. Be a little bit intense, so I'm going to ground you now, allowing you to find corporal again, find earth, find body, find being. Finding any remaining bits of tension, of stuck energy. Releasing all this tension and negative energy that we released working in the meridian lines today. I'm going to create a very loose braid for one last little energy pull. Intertwining our lunar and solar sides. Creating a united balance and equilibrium in the body and the mind. For a final bit of relaxation, just taking a jade roller. We're going to primarily use the light jade acupressure point roller with its tiny little spikes, not enough to hurt, but stimulates the blood flow, brings relaxation and calm to the area. Kind of moving it side to side for a slight scratch effect. This feels really nice. Using the elongated dark jade to just trace some of these points behind the ear to encourage good sleep. Applying a little bit of pointed pressure. And lastly, just a nice little massage with the aventurine massage roller beads. Okay, Liz, how are you feeling after your session today?
Feeling good.
Good.
Relaxed.
Excellent. That's my goal for you today. You honestly don't have that much to work on. You just have a lot going on, and you just need to take the time to breathe and relax. So I'm glad that that was the effect of today's session. And feel free to give us a call and come back whenever you need a little bit of TLC, okay?